guys, and welcome to another WIP Wednesday. If you're new to the channel, usually I will show you guys what I've made over the course, or what I've finished over the course of the last 7 days. And then I will talk with you guys a little bit about what I'd like to get finished, show you some works in progress, some WIPs, things like that. Sometimes we just have, chit chat. My dress is, this is Kiwi's doing right here. This whole little mess, this nonsense right here. He likes to chew on the shoulders of everything I own, and so some of y'all will probably notice, like, a lot of my shirts or dresses have either little holes around the collar and at the shoulders, or they're just completely chewed like this, like. And I just noticed that, otherwise I would have picked a different dress to wear. But anyways, this week I only got one thing finished, and that would be this cute little witch. And I'll leave the information on where you can find this pattern in the description box, as well as where you can find the pattern for all of my current WIPs, or WIPs that I'm going to show you guys. This witch is a pattern called Regina the Witch. It is by Jess Huff. I used a 2.5mm hook with yarn from TYH Supplies, which is this yarn over here. Actually, this is the skin color I used, and at first I thought it was going to be too yellow, but it's the only kind of skin tone-ish color that I had. But I get that stuff off of Amazon, and I'll link all of that in the description box below if anybody's interested. They're just these little bonbon they're bonbon balls of yarn. They're small balls. They're 44 yards each. But anyways, I used that with a 2.5mm hook. And that yarn is listed as a DK, but some of mine is a little bit older and it's a bit stretched out because Benjamin likes to wind yarn into balls, and when he does it very tightly. Which in the case of the amigurumi yarn doesn't really bother me too much, just because, especially right now, I'm trying to shrink my amigurumi projects just a little bit so they can be made a little bit more affordable for people. Some of the ones I have in my Etsy shop I sell for $45 and $50 because I use a 3.5mm hook with a worsted weight yarn, and of course the bigger the stuffed animal, or the bigger the stuffed toys, the more stuffing I have to use. So I've been trying to find ways to kind of shrink them down a little bit. But other than that, like, I think she turned out really super cute. She does have gold eyes. They kind of look coppery in the camera, though. You can, I don't know. And then, when I was doing her hair, and I already told Crystal this, but when I was doing her hair, I'm crocheting it, it's coming out, in these cute little ringlets, and I thought, gosh, this reminds me of Crystal. And if y'all aren't familiar with Crystal, has a channel. Her channel name is Hook That Yarn, and she also spins yarn. She's gotten to be a good friend of mine. Her and Sarah are both really, really good friends of mine. And I'll link those two channels below, Sarah's and Crystal's, down below, in case you guys want to check them out. I know that Crystal is only like 50 subscribers away from meeting her 1,000 sub goal. So I mean, there's that. But yeah, when I was doing the hair, I was like, this reminds me of Crystal's hair. Now I need to make another little witch that's got curly blonde hair to match Sarah. I think that would be funny. Like, I might actually do that. So that's actually the only project I got finished this week. But I did work a little bit on this guy, this fireman teddy bear. He still has no arms, but his hat is now sewed on, and I have almost finished his pants, and then I'll have to do the arms and his jacket. His little badge. Which the first one that I did of these guys, I sewed the hat on and then sewed the badge on, whereas this one I sewed the badge on and then sewed the hat on, which I think turned out much better. I also altered the stitches up here just a little bit to make it just a little bit cleaner than what I was achieving with the actual pattern. Let's see, this week I did get some of the Beetlejuice, my little baby Beetlejuice. I did get some of him completed. I got his arms and his legs done. And then I started embroidering the stripes on his body. So there's my little baby Beetlejuice guy. He's gonna be tiny. But I started embroidering the stripes for his body, and now I can't find my black embroidery thread, and I'm not really entirely sure what happened to it or where it went, but I gotta find it before I can finish baby Beetlejuice. So the other big thing that I've been working on is what I was attempting a pair of bell bottoms. They don't really look like bell bottoms, and I'm thinking that's because I decided to do 2 inches worth of positive ease on the legs of these pants, so maybe next time I won't do that and I'll just keep them fitted. Excuse me. But I have decided to call these pants my terracotta pants. And I'm going to go ahead and show them to you guys this week because, or now, because, there was a couple of people that were interested in seeing them. So they're too big for me to like hold up completely on screen. But I initially did ribbing at the top, and I did 38 inches, which is actually 60. I did 38 inches, and it's 6 inches shorter than what my actual waist measurement is. It's not a super thick ribbing, but, and I thought that was going to be good. I mean, this is a lightweight yarn. It's Knob Hill Bamboo Breeze. It is a weight 2 yarn. When I bought it, I thought it was a weight 3, but as the pants have progressed, they have actually gotten heavier. Of course, I knew they were going to get heavier. I just didn't realize that they were going to get heavy enough that they weren't going to stay up very well. So I am going to have to, which when I was designing the rib band, or the waistband, I kind of like, I wanted a piece that, could kind of, expand or shrink depending on my weight. My weight tends to be very up and down. The last couple of months I've been sitting at 182. A couple months ago, before I quit the bar, I was almost down to 170. It fluctuates a lot. I'm expecting it to start fluctuating up again just because I don't do anything but crochet anymore. But anyways, that's neither here nor there. The reason I designed them the way I did is so that if I needed to cinch them up, if I lost weight, I could. The yarn itself is extremely stretchy. The stitching is very stretchy, so I don't think I'll have too much of a problem with that. Like I said, I only made 38 inches worth of waistband for a 44-inch waist. But while designing it, on every 6th row of the ribbing, I actually skipped a stitch just to leave some holes. I don't know if you guys can see them. some holes so that I can take some ribbon and weave that in and out of there and still be able to, you know, have a drawstring type of effect. That being said, as it's gotten heavier, I'm gonna have to use that drawstring regardless of whether or not, you know, I get smaller or larger. The weight of the piece is kind of almost compromising the waistband, I guess. I guess I could have done elastic, but I just kind of like the idea of a drawstring better. In fact, I have some little charms that I think I'm going to put on them. So here is, you know, it's a terracotta color, so I'm calling these my terracotta peaks pajama pants. That's what we're going to call these, terracotta peak pajama pants, because I initially was just going to do 2 different colors, which I am sticking with that, I think, maybe. And then I thought, well, maybe I want to do them all in solid. And then I thought, no, I want to be able to show how I turn these into a bell bottom, except now they're not working out as bell bottoms. They're working out more as, like, wide leg pants. But I started doing some color work down here. This is the reason why I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the reason I'm calling it the terracotta peaks. This is the first leg that I'm on right now, and I hope you guys can see that. I still have probably 3 or 4 more rows of double crochet to go. And I'm going to throw up some pictures on one of these sides of the screen so you guys can see what they look like with me actually wearing them. I was planning on making Casey a pair, which I will probably eventually be doing that for a tutorial. I don't know. I'll throw the pictures up during editing. Y'all let me know what you think. Would any of y'all be interested in a tutorial on these pants? I feel like they don't look the greatest on me, but that is also because I am not the smallest of individuals, and I don't know, I kind of feel like they make me look even bigger than what I I am. But I do like loose fitting clothes. So I really like them. They're just not something that I think looks great on me, if that makes sense. They're very comfortable. They're very me in the sense of I'm going to wear them all over the house and lounge around in them and whatnot. But if I were to go out in them, that would be questionable, just because the legs did not do what I wanted them to do. You know, I was really looking for kind of a fitted shape all the way to the knee. And then, you know, for it to kind of flare out. I don't know. What I'm thinking is next time I do a pair of these, I'm going to have to make it, I'm not going to do any positive ease in the legs, is what I'm going to do for one. And then maybe do a less gradual increase to make the bell, because on these, I did a very gradual bell, and I'm thinking maybe that might be part of the problem. I don't know. But as far as a tutorial or a written pattern goes, I don't have one planned out for these, and I'm not sure if I want, like, I probably won't do a written tutorial unless there are people out there that are interested in a written tutorial for this pattern. I might do, at least I'm thinking I might do a video tutorial when I go to make Casey's. Hopefully when I go to make Casey's, I'll have some of the bugs in this one worked out. I don't know. I don't know about that. Like, I'm still a lot in the designing process. I am going to have to buy more of the main color, that terracotta color. I'm probably going to need about 5 more balls of this, and I've already gone through 8 balls. So I have 2 of these left, and this out of the 7th one. And then this, I think I've been working from 2 different balls. But I'm thinking as far as how much I've used, maybe 1 ball. You know, because of the way I'm doing the color working, I was actually using 2 balls at one point at the same time. Actually, last night I had 4 different balls of yarn attached to that one pant leg. But anyways, so that is one of my WIPs that I'm working on. I'm slowly making progress on the Fireman teddy bear. I don't have like a whole lot planned out this week for the upcoming week, other than to work on these 2 projects, and then I will also be filming at some point this week part 5 of the fairy glass cardigan. Monday, I don't know if y'all seen Monday's video, but I sat down to film part 5 of the fairy glass cardigan, and I totally wasn't even ready to do part 5. Like, I hadn't even finished part 4, and it totally slipped my mind or whatever. Like, I completely forgot it. But I think, you know, over the course of the next couple of weeks, not just this week, but next couple of weeks, maybe the next month, I'm going to really be focusing on trying to get some of these projects finished up. You know, the Fireman teddy bear is my last commission order. I have to have the Halloween stuff finished by September 15th for the consignment deal. And then hopefully after that I can just go back to doing stuff that I want to do. You know what I mean? Unless somebody orders something out of the Etsy shop that's made to order, I could just kind of go back to doing stuff that I want to crochet. But anyways, with that, guys, I am going to let you guys go. Yeah. So, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to me rant for almost 20 minutes. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.